Hey guys, Malzo here. I kind of got a bit of a new thing here. I noticed all the threads and all the clips that get sent into the Vaxxux subreddits and other places. It's always done with the spectator view from the stream, which obviously doesn't let you look, at the most suspicious players or um, people you want to see the whole game, right? So I kind of took it upon myself to download the demo for the SK versus NiP finals on Cobble. And, in the Vaxxux subreddit, one of the top posts was an FNX clip where he lined up Freiburg. Um, so I figured I'd check out FNX for the first time I do this. So I followed FNX the whole game and kind of clipped a bunch of scenarios with him. I tried to focus on high leverage rounds where he'd be most likely to aim lock or do whatever, right? Um, so these are the results. Here's the first clip. The first thing I noticed, or you will notice as well, is that his crosshair placement is struggling right here, which I found really weird for a pro player to be swiping and missing by that much. I assume the conditions that he's playing in maybe aren't ideal. Like, he just swiped over to plat and missed by like quite a bit. So you got to give these guys a lot of leeway when they swipe like that, especially on LAN. If they line up a player that just because the player's not at the normal angle where he should swipe to, like when he swipes over to plat here, you'd think he'd be right at the door. Obviously, in this situation, there's no one at the stairs here, but when they swipe, or he could have swiped high and lined up there, but when they swipe over like that, you got to give them a lot of leeway if they line up with a guy, just because they're on LAN, conditions aren't normal. If he was at home, he'd probably swipe much more accurate to line up where he's trying to look. So that was the first thing I kind of wanted to point out in the demo. Second clip was the first gun round of the game. FNX trying to retake A from drop. Nothing really going on here. I just figured I'd show the first high leverage round. Lines a guy up there, super common angle. Nothing to see there. On to the next one. So it's 5-1 for NiP already, and SK's saving, trying to take this round home. Two guys left on NiP. And we get our first good footage. So let's slow it down and check it out. Whoop. So the first thing I kind of noticed was like how sticky his crosshair gets when it swipes over and hits that guy. Like when you look him, or when you watch him move around and move his crosshair around, it looks pretty normal. That's how I look when I play, and then he swipes on the guy and he just sticks. Do it one more time here. One more time. Let's go super slow-mo. So it doesn't line up exactly on his head, but I don't know if these things have a built-in offset or what. I'm sure that's not that hard to make, but anyways, not conclusive, but it looks pretty weird. Next high leverage round, gun round, 5-2 for NiP, trying to take B. Normal kill. Here's a guy drop, gets killed. Nothing to see there. Next clip. This one I found pretty weird. Let's go back and check that out again. So when he's coming into B, you'd think he would be like pretty committed on plat, since they do have drop control. They have a guy in drop. And he's coming to help out at B. How the fuck do you not look at plat when you're running into the set? Like, what the fuck are you looking at? I'm gonna slow this down again. So it certainly looks like He he hits an aim key and lines up a guy that's not even the closest guy to him. I would have thought Forrest over here would be closer to him. So I don't know what is making him turn. Maybe he heard a flash somewhere, bounce off a wall, but I don't think there's any flashes that go off. Just gonna check the radar. Just smoke that goes down. I don't know. It doesn't look great though. I don't think there's any nades going off that he'd have to turn from. And even if you're turning, but you're still running to the side. Like if you heard a nade, you'd turn and then go back. You wouldn't. Like he has no idea how many guys are on plat. I don't know. That's fucked. That's pretty fucked. I think that's the only problem with this clip. Go back to normal speed. Yeah, it's pretty normal. Okay. This one I just included as kind of something that you gotta watch out for. Like this, remember how I said earlier it seemed like his crosshair sticked to the guy? This looks pretty normal. It looks like he hears the guy middle and just kind of looks over. And his crosshair's just in the, like, that's nothing, right? So, for all the people submitting shit like that to VaxSucks, stop it. And also a good turn from the flashbang here too. If you're wondering why he swipes to the left there, it's because he heard the flash off the wall. That's all I wanted to show with that. This one I just this one isn't a very amazing, it's not an amazing clip, but I was just watching him swipe back and forth from drop, and he swipes the plat and back, pretty decent swipes, and then, okay, here's one swipe where he's looking at plat, then he swipes back and he goes to the E-box, so almost 180 degrees it seems he can swipe. Then he swipes again and he's a lot closer to the guy. Probably nothing. Just kind of weird. This is the one that was plastered all over Reddit. With him spamming Zist through the smoke, which, I mean, could be luck, but it is weird to spam a CZ, but that's not conclusive. That swipe to Freiburg was pretty weird though. And I'm sure everyone's seen this on Reddit. It was pretty popular for a little bit. See it again in slow-mo. I don't know. You gotta think with X-ray off, right? Like, with X-ray off, why would you put your crosshair there? I don't know. Could just be luck. It's not a very winnable round for him, you know? So I don't know why he would, you know, put an aim lock on a guy. So here's the pistol round second half FNX coming up. And I figured I'd just show the pistol round just because they're high leverage. Kind of see, you know, if I was cheating, I would cheat in the pistol rounds, right? It's the best rounds to do it in, so. And pretty much that whole round, I mean, all the kills were normal. I didn't see anything that looked too out of place. We could watch it again, just for the sake of seeing it. I mean, his crosshair's swiping around here, but it doesn't really do anything that, I mean, he's just checking angles. It's a nice shot here on get right. Oh, coming up. In these GoTV demos, it looks, you know, like crazy flicks and stuff, but GoTV is really not a good, you know, it's not a good example of what's actually going on in game. If we had first-person demos, the aiming and stuff would be a lot more accurate. And that's it. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, so this clip was just a good example of pros when they're trying to line up the angles they want to line up. And that's it. That's all I wanted to show. It's really simple, I know, but he's looking at mid when he wants to look far side there. Like, it goes almost immediately exactly where he wants it. It's a small swipe, so I mean, a lot of people can do this, but it just shows that, you know, when his crosshair lands in the middle of a wall or something, it shouldn't do that. Because normally when they swipe, it's pretty accurate to the angle they should be looking at. So that's all I wanted to point out for that. Oh yeah, I just want to show the smoke. I didn't see the smoke before, so FNX lining up smoke, and they're doing a gun round B execute here. So pretty high leverage round again, getting later in the game, and one of those situations, you know, where if I was cheating, I would have it rolling right here. And nothing really to see there, despite it being a high leverage situation. Oh yeah, this was on Reddit too. The guy posting it said, you know, probably nothing, whatever. I figured I'd just post it for fun, but so I figured I'd clip it because I saw it happen when I was watching the demo. It was briefly on the Back Sucks subreddit, and it's nothing. The clip, you know, it's not a big deal. People used to do that 1.6 all the time. They used to think it made their pistol more accurate. I'm pretty sure it was just a crosshair bug where like your crosshair would get a little bit smaller after you shot the first bullet or something. So people always did that. An FNX 1.6 player, so I'm sure it's just old habits die hard. He does that tons in the game. Just takes those pistols and shoots it right at the start of the round. Probably all 1.6 players do it, to be honest. This was a bit of a funny one. It's pretty subtle. I thought it was pretty weird. I'm thinking there might be a shadow that I can't see. I'll show you guys the clip. That is it. I don't know if there's a shadow there that GoTV's not showing. So if somebody wants to check that out, that'd be good. But I mean, his crosshair moves over just before the fucking guy peeks. Like, what are the chances? I don't know. Just show one more time here. It's really small, and he could just be moving his crosshair back and forth and gets it on the right side. I don't know. It's pretty weird. Okay, on to the next one. We got a few left. This was a really high leverage round. That's why near the end of the game, I'm trying to just get more of the rounds. So it's 11-10 for NiP in a clutch situation, 2v3. It's one of those situations where he's not really lining the guy up. He knows where the guys are. They're going to be on the other side of the pillars. It looks weird, but I mean, everybody, if you're in FNX's situation, that's probably where your crosshair's going to generally be when you peek out. I can slow it down and take a closer look, but check the one side. I don't know. I don't think it's anything. Although it's his fucking crosshair just like stops and sticks, but it doesn't go on the guy, you know? It's pretty weird. I mean, Garrett's playing a bit of an off angle there. Well, hard to say, hard to say. Nothing too conclusive there, I think. Okay, next one. Another gun round. Terrible flash. And pretty normal take there. Nothing crazy going on there. Despite it being, 13-12 gun round, huge implications for this round. And it looked pretty normal. This is another good example of pretty good crosshair placement for when pros are actually trying to do it right. Like he's clearing cannon, and then it's almost 180-degree swipe, and he nails it, like looking at the ledge there. Yeah, hits the APC a bit, but that was a pretty good swipe. And then he's welcome to Whip Central here. Unloads the clip. Doesn't even hit him. Okay. Next one. To the left. 14-14. SK NiP. Fast take. And dies right away. So, nothing there. Last round for the game. SK has to force buy. They had no money. NiP are up 15-14. The fuck was the point of smoking that? Whatever. And he dies. And they lose the game. So, that's the end of my clips that I had. The point of this isn't necessarily to say that it's conclusive one way or another. I just wanted to look. I was sick of seeing everybody post the stream view. Like some people, I encourage everyone to go into the demo and look at the demo. If you think FNX is cheating, whoever you think is cheating, whatever, go download a demo and actually watch it instead of just watching the stream. Like, it has to get done. You're going to see a lot more footage from that person. Like some of the stuff that I saw in here was a little suspicious, and you never would have seen it on the stream necessarily, right? So that pretty much sums it up. I plan to do a few more of these. I'll check out the high, the people that we keep seeing recurring over and over. I also want to do some guys that you never see show up. Like you never see clips from Get Right, Neo, Skadoodle, whatever. I want to do clips of them and kind of compare it, see how many games they could go through where they never line someone up and kind of stick to them with their crosshair, and just see the difference. Or maybe it'll be the same thing, so we'll see. Anyways, that concludes the video, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.